Voice actor for Trax had to say that he doesn't think Trax was a gay stereotype. You know, it's Trax for you.
It was the 80s.
Man, the 80s sucked. Does Pop Lock have a?
Oh, god damn it,
Yeah,
Wheeljack! You sucked and died.
That's just like Wheeljack.
God damn it,
Oh my God.
Wheeljack!
Pop Lock does have a TF wiki page. Yes.
Wheeljack, you piece of shit.
In case his costume isn't 80s enough to get into nightclubs, under his clothing he wears an additional shirt, which is even more lurid. Like Raoul, he has a predilection for making pop culture references. Man,
Oh, I'm glad we have two of them.
I fucking love this wiki so much. I have this horrible suspicion if I check Blitzwing's page, I'm not going to find any reference to zone defense. And that makes me sad.
Well, isn't it the Transformers wiki? Transformers wiki is always about stupid shit like that.
I mean, yeah, but actually, it might make you happy. So, in the Pokemon, in the Transformers opening, Omega Supreme crushes Blitzwing in every episode opening.
You know, that does make me happy. After the shit he put me through. Like just a few minutes ago.
No, I'm not seeing any zone defense here, man.
Oh yeah, actually, one thing I forgot. With the whole Pokemon controversy, so that person, you know that footage that came out was like, oh look, it's stuttering and shit.
Oh.
That was like, what was it? A guy basically just hacked, like, who got an early copy, just hacked the damn thing and like soft locked it to make it do a bunch of stupid shit.
Sounds
and
about right.
and yeah, so people so I mean, there was also the whole thing where. What was it? The guy who runs Cerebi? I can't remember his name, but he was getting death threats just for reporting the news, and also like correcting misinformation.
Yeah, it sounds like Pokemon
The
fandom.
Pokemon community does not like the guy who runs Cerebi.
Well, now they don't.
They never did.
No, they never did. Like even back when they had no complaints on the games, like they were like, "Man, I hate that guy."
So
Why'd they hate him?
Mostly because it's like the thing where he's just like the collected news. He's the collected news guy, so like he'll grab stories and he won't credit people and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
God
damn it, Wheeljack! You died in like 2 seconds. You pile of shit. You are the worst.
No, well,
Wheeljack, you suck. I'm glad you died.
no, he does. Just please don't be true. Please don't be true. Please don't be true.
I hope you die again, Wheeljack.
It's fine. He died and became.
That's right. He showed up somehow in one of the Japanese shows later on.
Thanks, Japan.
Because they didn't actually get the
Japan?
movie.
What the fuck?
It was because they didn't actually get the movie until like 4 years after it came out in the U.S., but they kept the original show continuity going. So all they really knew. They only knew the vague, like, Cliff Notes version of, like, oh, so Optimus died and Unicron showed up and blew up and now he's ahead. Nobody pointed out that, like, oh yeah, and also they killed everyone from season 1 and 2, basically.
Yeah. All these people you like, they're all dead.
So they just like once they switched to the Japan original seasons, starting with season 4, like all the original season 1 and 2 characters just started showing up again, even though some of them were dead. And they never, like, there's an episode where I think Star Saber or Victory Saber or whatever the crazy names they get to in those later seasons, like Wheeljack shows up and like finishes him, and everyone's like, wait, he's dead. He died like 3 years ago. What happened?
He's leaking all over.
Oh. Alright, so I wanted to make a point about the whole, resurrecting dead actors thing.
Yeah, because we were talking about that.
Yeah, but there is like one slightly disturbing. Oh, I can actually make the point that James Dean at the time when he died in like 1955 or whatever had no idea that that shit like this would be possible. So him and a lot of other actors didn't put stipulations in their will that said, yeah, I don't want my likeness used by these companies for this shit. Which just means that when they say things like, oh well, we'll never do it to someone who didn't want it to happen, it's like, yeah, but most of these fucking people didn't think it was possible or that you would do it. It just seems incredibly ghoulish and weird that we're in this position of like, now why bother with actors?
Where this can happen.
Man, I remember when people were fucking paranoid that Final Fantasy Spirits Within would lead to this, where you just like have digital actors and you wouldn't need to bother with real actors.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
yeah, I remember people were was it Hollywood specifically was terrified of it. At the time.
And now we're actually in this situation. What nightmarish hellscape is this?
Well, now we're in the situation where even an actor dying doesn't stop them from
thinking about using them.
From using them. But I mean, the thing they were afraid of was that like there would be no like actors. Period. Everyone would be like a computer-generated character and like voiced by some nobody, and like star power would be useless.
Now it kind of is.
Well, no, I mean star power is still useless, but now it's not only like we have X amount of stars in it. Now we're like we have this guy, even though he's been dead for years.
I mean, they also CG actors to look younger too.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
also a
but
thing they
at least
do.
they're still, the people there giving consent.
Yeah, they agree to that.
It's kind of the dark, because it's like, as I said, James Dean's not alive, and there's no way he would have had any sort of foresight to know this was possible. So it's down to people who...
I mean, they'd never have to digitally de-age James Dean because he never aged past the 25.
Yeah. So it's like he doesn't have...
Fuck, not again, Wheeljack.
It's like, what is James... If anything, they'd have to, like, what does James Dean look like as an old man? We don't know. He never lived that long.
So it's... I don't know, it's just... It seems, like, incredibly ghoulish, especially with, like, the threat of digital Bob Hoskins, because it's like, man, don't desecrate that man. He wasn't... Every movie he was in wasn't great. Super Mario Brothers, Son of the Mask. But, like, he was still a fucking treasure. Man,
Yeah.
I just don't want Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2 because
He tried with Super Mario Brothers.
I'm not saying he
He was-
didn't. In fact, I literally
I mean,
said
it was a bad... Everyone who worked on that movie, I was like, we all knew it was terrible, but damn did Hoskins try to make it work.
I know. That's literally what I just said. Is that at the end of the day, he was a treasure, and I don't want to piss on his legacy. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit is like one of my favorite movies. And I don't really want the sequel. I don't want a sequel to that because Jessica's VA is dead, so you have to recast her. And I kind of shudder to think what they might go for her in today's world.
Oh yeah, today's world. I don't.
Because
They're gonna change her completely.
I mean, I assume it'd either be Tara Strong or Laura Bailey.
Yeah, I mean VA wise, but
Because they do everything.
But I mean in terms of the character as well. And then it's like digital Bob Hoskins is I don't want. And I just do not want. So, because it's like I just don't think that they'll get that magic, that lightning in a bottle, because I think they'll be.
It's impossible to get again. I think.
I mean, does anyone care about Roger Rabbit these days?
I mean, probably not, but it's like. I mean, let's be honest. There was a point where nobody super cared about Roger Rabbit when the first movie came out because nobody read the book.
Yeah.
So it's just ghoulish, and I don't like it. And the Hercules one I hate, but then it's like at the end of the day, it just makes it more obvious that I can make fun of the fact that it's a Superman movie. It's like, man, why don't they make a live-action rendition of Atlantis: Lost Empire? Oh wait, it's called
Give it time.
Stargate. No, but there it is.
I was gonna say, give it time. They'll have to go for that.
I can't wait for the Great Mouse Detective one.
God, you know what's
that
really...
might actually be good, but I like
You know
the
what-
Great Mouse Detective.
you know
Oh
what's
no, I do too. But I'm just joking about like them going deep into the bargain bin.
Man, you know
they'll
what's
have, to,
fucking...
they'll have to digitally resurrect Vincent Price.
You know what's
As
the
a rat.
worst?
Oh no.
You know what's the worst thing about making the Stargate joke is that they are going to do like another Stargate movie, but like even though people only like Stargate after it was like after the movie, for the TV show and like all the TV shows and all the other material and stuff, it's like they're still giving it back to Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, and it's like, but they're hacks.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood. They love giving
but
it to
they're
hacks.
so bad though.
But giving it to hacks is what Hollywood loves.
I think I've even bitched in recording about why I fundamentally hate their interpretation of Godzilla. and I'm not really.
I gotta step away for a second if we're gonna keep going for a little.
Okie.
So I'll be back in a minute.
So I'm not going to repeat myself on that front, but it's like, and
I think I'm going along because we're near the end of the game.
yeah, because it's like
I'm on the lift right now,
yeah,
where like Soundwave's sending the claws and shit after you.
Soundwave is superior.
But I'm Optimus Prime.
My name is Optimus Prime.
You know, this claw arm is a lot stronger than the other ones. It actually has more HP.
I just want I want Peter Cullen to like in Prime voice do a Predator line.
Do a Predator line?
Yeah, because Peter Cullen's the voice of the Predator in the first movie.
I did not know that.
Oh, I thought I'd mentioned it. Well, yeah, Peter Cullen.
You probably didn't. I might have just forgot.
Yeah, so Peter Cullen is the voice of the Predator in the first movie. So whenever you like hear him like say something in his like digital like voice, it's Peter Cullen. So Predator, Eeyore, and Optimus Prime will share a VA.
Huh. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Peter Cullen hasn't done like a lot of like. He's not like Frank Welker, where Frank Welker just does everything. But like he does have quite a few notable roles. Obviously, he was the narrator in Voltron.
He also has the Tsunami voice for years.
Yeah.
Well, the like coming up next voice.
Well, he tended to do like more announcer voices than like actual sort of characters, but you know would do it. As I said, it wasn't like Frank Welker where you just got Frank Welker and everything, and to the point where people were legitimately unsure if they were using the sound effects of an actual horse or sound effects of Frank Welker impersonating a horse.
You know, in a way that's kind of fair.
I mean, man's the voice god, and I'm a bit sad, and I'm forever sad that he's not like sort of held up as one of the all-time greats yet. I love Frank; he's a treasure.
Oh, there we go. I tried it a couple times to get it to unlock.
So someone once asked me,
Frank Welker is really good, yeah.
Someone once asked me, "Oh, who's your favorite Spider-Man?" And I answered Reno Romano.
Reno Romano?
Yeah, he's the voice of the PS1 Spider-Man game.
Oh, yeah. He's a really good voice actor for Spider-Man.
Well, I've sort of said before, and because we're not, I don't think that's the one we're doing.
Might be, might not be. I'm not sure what I'm doing just yet.
Wait,
I've been thinking about that one. I've been thinking about Ultimate, and there's actually part of me is thinking about doing the PS4 one.
I mean,
the only reason I put Shadow Dimension, so there's Web of Shadows I don't own, and that game is super expensive online.
Yeah, and it's like not super worth it. It's like everything. Web of Shadows is like actually prototype. Funnily enough, is the way I describe it.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So it's kind of funny, but then also that sort of plot line is done in other Spider-Man games as well. So, but not.
I mean, if I wanted to get dumb, I could grab one of the really old Spider-Man games, but nah.
I think PS1 Spidey is like the Arkham before Arkham.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
And it's just one of my favorite. It's like a really enjoyable experience. I was even saying today that, like, because I replayed PS4 Spider-Man this week, and it's like, man, I forgot what it was like to enjoy Spider-Man. You know? Yeah.
All you gotta do is not watch any of the Disney-made ones or anything Disney-related when it comes to Spider-Man, because they actively don't care for him because they don't fully own him.
I guess the one downside to doing PS1 Spider-Man is, like, I fucking love the writing of that game so much that, like, I would just sort of never really want to talk over it.
Right.
It might not be the most comic accurate to, like, things like Venom, but boy, is it fun. And I kind of feel like that's sort of the important thing about Spider-Man, right, is the writing.
Yeah.
And sort of my issue with movies and things where they don't have him quip, it's like, nah, you gotta have him shit talk villains, because otherwise it's like every other hero.
It just takes away the fun part. No, they just make him nerd. They just make him nerd. They just wrote the word nerd on a piece of paper and said that this is Spider-Man.
It's like even the Raimi movies figured out that if Spider-Man's fighting a villain in a bank and he throws like a big bag of coins, then he needs to shout out, "Here's your change."
Right.
And it's like, yeah, It's a Spidey line. That's something he would say.
Hey, cool robot arm.
Oh yeah, not that.
Robot arm.
Really, he should be asking if he needs some oil or something.
Yeah.
How can you get that for the? Hey, cause you gotta tell me. How did you get that for the metal detectors?
Or even like a joke about giving it a tune-up if he breaks it or like, damages it or something.
any kind of joke could have been done, but no, it's just, hey, cool, that's a cool robot arm. You're cool. I like cool.
That's cool.
Mr. Stark made my suit.
Mr. Stark made everything for me. I'm Iron Lad. My suit, my spider suit that he gave me does all kinds of tech stuff too.
Because why would you, in a Spider-Man movie, would you have it be about Spider-Man when it can be about Tony Stark and all the villains just want revenge on Tony Stark?
Hi, my name is Electro. Tony Stark skimped on a electric bill, so I will attack the city now because Tony Stark's dead. You know, until like 3 movies, and he'll probably be back.
I was actually saying to someone earlier because we briefly mentioned Batman Forever. Is that Riddler is a terrible character to carry a film, and I believe this same about Mysterio, in that they can be fun characters, but they're not like movie characters. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Oh, I was wrong. The other guy I was fighting wasn't Soundwave. This is Soundwave. I don't know why I was calling him Soundwave. It's the guy who turns into a gun.
Oh, Shockwave. I mean,
Shockwave.
Similar name, but like. So it's like Riddler's whole shtick is that it can be fun and that he's just a jackass who does puzzles because he thinks he's so smart no one can ever figure out his puzzles. But then it's like...
You know what you could do to reform him? Just give him one of those, those escape room like things.
Yeah.
Just set him up to make those, and then he could just do it like legally and safely.
I mean...
And then he can still flex his ego on people.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But, that's ultimately what I'm saying, is that he's kind of a chump who's... He has his gimmick and he sticks to his gimmick, but that's all he is, his gimmick. I mean, at least like Joker, his plans are grandiose, and it's like, yeah, he's just going to kill a bunch of people.
And it's usually like some kind of like dumb punchline.
Whereas Riddler,
so you can get creative with it since it's a joke.
Where it's like Riddler, it's like, yeah, he just like committed a heist and he wants you to know it was him who did it. And like Mr. Freeze, at least has like the tragic angle you can push. Like, there's that, like...
And it also, like, restricts him to what he will and will not do when he's doing, like, a heist or any kind of criminal activity.
Yeah. So, whereas... And also, he's just not a mass murderer, so, like, it's kind of hard for him to be, like, a big threat. Like, if you don't stop him, the city's doomed. It's like, if you don't stop him, the city's out, like, a few million. Well, and it's kind of the same with Mysterio, where ultimately Mysterio is just a jackass who one day he saw Spider-Man doing these Spider-Man things and thought, yeah, I could do that with my movie magic technology. And hey, that is the extent of Mysterio's backstory and motivation. Is that he's an asshole who decided to use his capabilities to steal shit. Same with Shocker. Like, and that's nothing wrong with that. But
is Shocker just like a petty criminal?
Yeah, Shocker's a petty criminal who has access to a super shock suit.
My suit! My beautiful suit!
Good old
That's still one of my favorite fucking... I don't know why that's one of my favorite fucking lines in that show, but it is.
I mean, one of my favorite things with Shocker, aside from, Get Back Here, Shocker.
Shocker!
Yeah, aside from that.
Yeah, I actually liked Shocker when I was a kid.
Oh, I mean, I like Shocker. I love Shocker. Shocker is like Captain Cold, in that he is a career criminal who knows exactly what he is, and he doesn't have delusions of grandeur. He's not like super serious. He's like, yeah, I'm a guy with a shock suit and I want to rob banks. It's like Captain Cold, yeah, I'm a guy with a freeze gun and I want to rob banks. That's it.
Yeah.
And I respect that level of career criminalness. Where it's not like
I mean, he also wants to kill the Flash, but...
Well, sometimes. Sometimes he's cool. He's cool with the Flash and their friends. Well, not friends, but respect. But
since this chapter is over, I guess I gotta switch to the hero.
Sideswipe.
Because I just beat Shockwave, so.
Sideswipe.
Soundwave.
Sideswipe. I always knew you had it in you. Thanks, Prob. I didn't think you remembered me. Well, I've always remembered you, son. Just informing Dan that Optimus Prime is also the Predator.
Oh yeah, I actually did not know that until he told me.
He was
Now
also,
I know, and knowing
he
it's
was
half the battle.
also
Yeah.
76 King Kong.
King Kong.
Oh,
King Kong.
right. From
King
that
Kong.
movie,
Yes.
King Kong.
which
King
is
Kong.
only the second worst remake of King Kong.
You got to hear me before you see me. Got to hear me before you see me.
what's the worst? What's the worst one?
2005 King Kong. No, it is just awful because it's 3 hours long and it takes them from. Have I linked you both the scene when they reveal what the name of the place they're going to is?
You know what's funny? I literally have not used Sideswipe at all. I went to his tech slot just to check to see what he's equipped with. Nothing.
It just kind of says everything about King Kong. When they're first talking about the island, they have this big, long, drawn out SKULL in slow motion, mind you.
Skull.
And it's like, yeah, but it's
you
like,
mean like that thing in my head?
yeah.
Huh?
But then it's like that whole thing, that whole build-up of, oh no, they're going to Skull Island, doesn't mean anything because nobody on the ship knows what Skull Island is or what's there. It's just got a creepy name. So it's like, why is this such a big reveal? Because everyone who is in the movie knows you're going to an island that's got a big monkey on it.
And also lots of bugs.
And dinosaurs. So it's like, it's not a reveal to anyone. It's not a reveal to the characters. It's not a reveal to the audience. So, like, I don't know, you know. So and then you just have a bunch of stupid shit, like you have King Kong and dancing, like ice skating in Central Park.
Oh god, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, I didn't. It's just so long-winded and pointless, and yeah, it's kind of hilariously exactly what The Hobbit would be as well. So should have seen it coming, really. But yeah, and then the 70s movie is pretty meh, but at the end of the day, you know, it's over and done with in about 2 hours. And then it's, you know, slightly awkward because the finale of that takes place on the World Trade Center, so... Oops.
That's a little awkward now.
Yeah, so you fall back on it.
This
like,
place will stand forever.
Oops.
Whoopsies!
So, yeah, and then the Japanese did a King Kong sort of adaptation.
You know, I feel like this game knew that people wouldn't really play Sideswipe, because in that one cutscene, he was to the back of the other characters.
Yeah, that's why it's funny.
Now he is the hero.
Sideswipe, who to my mind never had a focus episode ever.
Somehow is playable in this game.
It's because he accused the voice director of killing Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Good old Wally Burr.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have killed Orson Welles.
I'm pretty sure Orson Welles killed Orson Welles.
Well, the joke is that a month after he recorded for Transformers, he died, and that was the only thing
Oh no, I know.
he ever did. So like, from whenever the voice director worked on something, they joke, "You're the guy who killed Orson Welles."
I mean,
Oh,
not wrong. Well, as I said, Orson Welles killed Orson Welles. We've all seen those adverts where he's just basically pissed drunk.
Yeah, he used to drink a lot.
Oh, the French.
Yeah, and he's just sort of, you know, overweight, sick, he's drunk, he's just miserable. It's like, but hey, he still managed to turn in a pretty strong performance with Transformers the movie, so fair play to him.
Especially for something he didn't give two shits about.
Well, he was only doing it because his grandchildren wanted him to do it.
Actually, apparently he gave more shits than he thought, because apparently, like, he went in under the impression that he was going to be playing Megatron. Because I guess, because someone was like, amongst other things, like, when Wally Burr started down, he started reading, and Orson's like, "Are you reading my lines?" And he's like, "No, of course not, sir. I'm playing the other guy." And he's like, "Those were the lines. I thought I was going to be." And they're like, "No, you're the other guy." And he was like, "Oh, I'm the planet." Apparently.
Oh God, it's Motormaster!
He's come
That's
back.
who I'm fighting.
Swiggy, coming for that birdie.
So
How can Sideswipe beat my arch nemesis?
Apparently, Orson Welles.
One of many.
He was going to be in Transformers, and then did his own research and assumed he was playing Megatron because he was the bad guy, and they told him he was going to be the bad guy. So he read the script assuming he was going to be playing Megatron and Galvatron. They're like, "No, you're Unicron." Oh.
Which, you know, fair enough. I mean, technically, he got to be a bigger bad guy. It's like a more important character.
Yeah.
So his role was actually expanded on. But yeah, I mean, he did turn in a really strong performance. Like voice-wise, Transformers the movie has like great voice work.
Somehow,
Yeah.
consider it because they're like he was like 1.5 feet in the grave when he showed up for recording.
Well, didn't he say he was also only ever going to do like one take? Well, I know Christopher Lee said that for Kingdom Hearts, but I think he was also of the similar. Yeah, I'm going to do one take, so don't fuck this up.
I don't know about that. Yeah, that's what Christopher Lee said in Kingdom Hearts 2. He's like, I'm going to do this once, so don't mess this up because I'm not going to stay here all day. Okay, let's get this over with. I mean, he did an okay job, but.
Yeah, it was not the worst in the game because the worst is
because they're like, hey, so you're talking about a heart laser system with Mickey Mouse, and then you explode. I mean,
I'm sorry, what?
he took that rather well, I suppose.
I mean, to be fair, you've seen some of we've all seen some of the shit he's been in. Remember, it was in that Captain America movie. No, not that Captain America. No, not that Captain America either.
You talking about that old '60s one?
No, I was talking about the fucking night one where they tried to turn it into where they wanted to do like the Captain America TV show. So they made like 2 movies as a pilot, starring Reb Brown.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
No, that wasn't
Like
60s. That was
When was that?
That was like the 90s.
I think it's older than that.
Well, it's not the 60s, but it's like
It might have been the '80s.
maybe. I'll check. I kind of want to say it was the 90s, but which means I have to go on the Marvel wiki, and that's just terrible.
That's true. Oh fuck! I died
They
again.
never have any.
All right, I'm gonna let Sideswipe get one more shot against the Motor Master before I bench him until Megatron.
Because they never have any things I. Oh, I guess Falcon stopped being Captain America already. I wish
In the comics, he's been off of that for a while. Oh wait, or did they? Oh wait, they did again, didn't
Yeah, then he's Falcon again, I guess, according to this. But anyway, blah blah blah. Alt version Steve Rogers. Blah 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 blah. I'll find it eventually. There are a lot of alternate versions of Steve Rogers now. Okay. Oh, it was 1979. Fair enough then. I guess we were all sort of wrong. But yeah, there was 1979 Captain America movies. That was not great. That was pretty bad because, as I said, the idea was they wanted to turn it into a TV show, and then they made a second one. All right, the sequel they made called Death Too Soon. And then yeah, have you ever seen the 90s Captain America movie?
'90s one, no.
Because I fucking love that. Not one.
In fact, I know the Red Brown one, but I don't know that one. Funny enough.
I fucking love in the 90s one. Not once, but twice. Captain America tells people in the car they're driving in to pull over because he's gonna be sick, and when they do, he just fucking walks back in and steals their cars. Like literally does it twice. It's amazing. The rest of the movie is hot garbage, but you know. Kind of what you'd expect for a 90s Captain America movie.
Yeah. Especially for, like, honestly, a 90s superhero movie.
Well, Blade.
Yeah. Was it Blade 2000s?
No, it's like 99 or 98. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure because I'm like reasonably sure Blade.
Yeah, double check that one. I'm curious. I wonder if we're gonna fuck it up again. Oh, Grimlock got the last hit on Motor Master. Not me. I'm playing Sideswipe. Just the NPC.
Blade film was.
So I'm thinking that was 2000.
Nope, 1998.
Okay.
The Blade 2 was 2002 though.
Okay. Back when superhero movies didn't come out every 5 seconds.
Well, because
Actually, to be fair, we haven't had as many this year.
well, it was because Endgame.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that is true anyway. But I mean, there's a gap because Guardians 2 was supposed to come out soon.
Guardians 3. You mean.
I mean, Guardians 3. But since, you know, the whole
That-
James Gunn thing put it on hold, now there's like this big gap in their schedule.
Ah.
Because they were supposed to film Guardians 3 this summer and have it out like next year.
Oh, Jesus, I'm dead.
Yeah,
I was driving away, and literally this thing just homed in on me and
now
murdered
we
me.
get to look forward to Black Widow.
Okay, you know what? I think after my next death, I'm going to stop because we're at like 1:30.
Ah,
I think that's really fucking long.
There, we tried.
Gotta work on that zone defense.
But
He took me like 20 minutes to kill.
But hey, aren't we all excited for Black Widow versus Taskmaster?
Who?
Not really.
Who doesn't look anything like Taskmaster?
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
I mean, I'll put it this way, he doesn't have a skull for a face, so it's already a problem.
Oh, cool. We're going further and further away from the comic style. Cool.
Man, and
Good.
it's a shame, because Taskmaster appears in Spider-Man PS4, and there's this great thing where you'll fight him the first time and it's whatever, and then when you fight him the second time, he's already incorporating your moves.
Like anything you did against him in the other fight?
Or just stuff he's watched, because he does this whole thing where he's observing you. So it'll be like, hey, he'll just suddenly like have a grappling hook to launch a fake web line so he can like web throw objects at you. And he'll even like do a complete copy of one of your like finishing moves.
Oh, Jesus. That's pretty good.
Spider-Man is like, stop stealing my things! That's my finishing move, I have a patent on that. Taskmaster just doesn't
That's a good response.
Taskmaster just doesn't care because, you know, he studied all your moves. Taskmaster is the Kano of Marvel.
Remember when Avengers Academy was a thing and they had a character that could possibly have been his daughter and then Marvel forgot all about all those characters and killed a bunch of them off in a fucking Hunger Games storyline? I remember that. Thank you, Joe Quesada, you fucking cunt.
I don't.
I do. I'm so mad about it. I'll forever be mad about it.
I mean, I'm gonna be mad. I'm still mad that they ruined She-Hulk, their like best female character.
Oh wait, I don't think it'll save until like fuck. Well, I'll have to wait till I die, or we'll see. Well, basically I have to die, but
I mean, it auto saves, doesn't it?
yeah, but I don't know when it saves. It doesn't really tell me. You see my problem here? There's just a bunch of these like bugs, and they explode. That's fun. Well, they're all dead now.
Life is
Well, other
pain,
than this
guys.
one. I hate. Well, that one's dead.
Hooray.
God, I hate these fucking laser grid traps.
At least they're better than the laser grid in Resident Evil, the movie. Where, fucking hell, you want to talk about weird casting. So you remember, like, Oliver's stepdad in the first couple seasons of Arrow?
Yeah.
Sabo? Yeah, he's in the Resident Evil movie.
Who is?
Oliver Queen's, like, stepdad in the first couple seasons of Arrow.
Well, you see, that should have been a clue that it was a bad show.
But he was a good character in the Resident Evil movie. He's just the one who gets stuck in the hallway and gets sliced and diced.
The Resident Evil movie was not good.
I mean, none of them are, but, you know, it doesn't mean that he wasn't the best part of that movie.
I guess, but that's like saying this turd is slightly less smelly.
I mean, it's what happens when you try and make a movie out of a game that really doesn't have any story. And it's like...
I mean, it had a story, but...
Well, but here's the thing, right? With video games, any sort of deficiency in the story is made up for the gameplay, right? Because it's like, you don't play unless you're Sam, you don't play Resident Evil for the story. You play it to shoot zombies. And I make fun of Sam's because specifically he's a massive fan of Resident Evil, but the only Resident Evil game he's played is the Umbrella Chronicles.
Excuse?
Yeah, he's only ever played, like, he might have even played Darkside Chronicles as well, but he's only ever played the light gun Resident Evil games. And maybe 6. But,
Interesting combo.
but like, so yeah, and he really likes Resident Evil, but it's like, so you played Resi 7, right? No. Okay, but you played Resident Evil 2 Remake, right? No. You played Remake, right? No. You played Zero, right? No.
So he's like the guy who's like, yeah, I'm a big fan, but he's played like one thing.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even the thing that represents the series because it's just a stupid on-rails light gun game. And it's like, but,
We
why?
must destroy him.
How? How do you function?
I don't think you can destroy him.
We must end him. Like he's gone to the point of heresy now. He must be stopped.
I mean,
I like how it's Skywarp and Thundercracker. That's what I'm fighting right now.
I mean, that,
These two idiots.
man.
Come on, I already killed zone defense. What do you hope to accomplish? You don't have zone defense. You're just discount Starscream.
No, Skywalk represents that because he will backstab the Decepticons just to get Starscream into trouble. And also, I think there's a running gag that Skywalk pushes people downstairs.
There weren't stairs here, so he was powerless here.
Yeah, that's basically what how.
See,
That's Rex's one weakness.
Stairs!
I mean,
Well, it depends on which version, because he does have the hover thing in
hey,
some
to
versions.
be fair, like stairs are lethal. Stairs are what killed Amuro from Gundam's father. We think.
Actually, this room might be the fight to Megatron, so I'm going to go into the Ark real quick. You know, unload all my shit so it saves. And
Yeah.
I'm going to poke my head in there, and if it's Megatron, we'll end. If it's not, we'll go a little longer. But either way, Sideswipe is going to be attempting to kill him.
I mean, you could just do the sensible thing and like edit this down into 2 weeks worth of content,
Yeah, I can do that.
or not, and just say fuck it. I don't care.
It's not your channel.
I'm just looking at Skywatch TF wiki page and reading the tagline. Does this planet have stairs? Please tell me it has stairs.
I like it's like what kept you. It's like literally all your men that you sent us. You sent a lot of guys actually.
To be
Like, a lot.
To be fair, they're not usually like a threat, so I can understand why he'd be expecting you to get in.
He's like, wait a minute, what? They actually put up a fight? Huh?
But yeah, I always like when you're watching superhero stuff. I don't even say this here when you're watching like superhero stuff, and they're like very clearly screwed over by the fact that another company got there first. Because it's like, oh yeah, the Flash has to fight his big new enemy, Sand Demon, and it's like anyone in their right mind would just say Sandman, right? But it's like no, because Marvel got there first. So it's got to be
Sand Demon was the only guy he ever killed.
Yeah, and then in the show he just fucking murders Sandy. No, he also killed Atom Smasher.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Like, you just fucking... Like, Barry just fucking murders Atom Smasher and Sand Demon.
Looks like I'm gonna be fighting Devastator again because I'm fighting all of the individual robots right now. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna transform after.
So are we gonna cut it off then, or...?
I'm fighting them right now. So fuck it.
Oh, well.
Well, what's after Devastator? You
Alright.
played this.
Oh. This was years ago, man. Alright, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna look up, like...
Is that when you fight Devastator and the other guy at the same time?
We should be fine. Well, are you on Chapter 7 yet?
This is mission
Including
10.
including Motormaster, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. The Autobots enter the control room where Megatron marks them before leaving with the Ferrotaxis, ordering the Destructicons to finish them off. After battling all 6 individually, the Destructicons merge into Devastator, prompting another battle. However, it isn't long before Menasor shows up as well, forcing them to fight both combiners at once. So yeah, you're gonna have to fight Menasor as well. I
Okay.
feel like we should just cut this here.
Yeah. All right.
We tried, guys, but
Yeah, Chapter 7 Legacy. Well, we tried. We'll have to come back next week. This is going to be a long one. I'll probably cut it into 2 parts, just like publish them around the same time as each other.
yeah, fair.
Because it's like an hour 40. It's long as fuck.
It's not. Oh, it's not my fault. It's my fault. I said that you could probably do it.
Yeah. It's also my fault for attempting. Anyway, guys, you take care. Yeah. You take care. Have a good day.